Hello there, Lynx here. We are playing Love Goes Towards Love, and apparently a week has passed. Let's see. Maybe what will be happening after this entire week. Hopefully the girls are able to see each other, sort of. Let's go. Even though it already been a week, the thought of her still remains in my head, and I keep anticipating the next time I'll be able to meet her. Throughout the week, I kept trying to take peeks through our window to spot her working. It was hard to see her for what with the customers in the way and all. How dare they? But for the times that I did manage to catch a glimpse of her, she looked really cool making coffee while conversing with the customers. There was even time where I thought we made eye contact, but I'm sure it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. So when I think about it, this probably is just a superficial infatuation just because she saved me and she looks good. Yes, it's probably just superficial crush. As I get closer to the cafe, I find Boss standing outside, which is pretty rare sight. It looks like she's talking to somebody across the street.
For such a new and seemingly inexperienced cafe, you seem to be doing pretty well. Oh, I'm glad to find that. We might want to drink some coffee to finally wake up to the fact that we're doing a lot better than a certain other coffee shop out there. Is that so? Sorry about the FSO-US competition in the first place. I have more important things to tend to. Oh, it seems like someone doesn't care about things they need to be caring about, like how they might run out of business, I guess.
The situation clicks in my head and I quickly step in between the heated discourse. The tension was so high that I'm afraid it might turn into a fist fight soon.
Boss, what in the world are you doing?
Just then, this is a handsome girl that saved me is also present in the scene. She stands behind the person Boss is bickering with and acknowledges me with a small wave, for she looks just as distressed as I am.
Oh, nothing. Just greeting my fellow coffee lover who decided to open their shop right in front of us and is making business harder for both of us. Correction! It's making business harder for you. Business is booming on this side.
Before Boss goes to literally throw hands at their rival coffee shop owner, I grab hold of her arm and try to calm her down, for I whisper in order to not make the scene bigger than it needs to be.
Oh, you boys, get hold of yourself. We're in public with people around. If you really want to beat her up, invite her to a boxing ring and leave it there, darn it. Don't lose your cool.
Boss looks at me for a moment, takes a deep breath, finally coming to her senses. I look towards the other side of the street and see a smirk on the opposing governor's face while my savior sports a concerned expression. Boss takes a deep breath and relaxes her shoulders, and I breathe a sigh of relief that no one is injured.
You're right. I shouldn't waste my time on someone irrelevant. Likewise!
The two hot-headed enemies retreat back into their respective shops, leaving us two underlings outside. I make eye contact with the beauty across from me and press to bow my head to apologize on behalf of my boss. She does the same and we both follow our bosses inside. Boss is wiping the countertop as I open the door and I start scolding her as if I were scolding a child for getting you a dumb fight. Which is not inaccurate.
But what was all right all about, huh? Don't you think that was kind of embarrassing? How'd you even get into this situation? Well, I was out getting a breath of fresh air and they just happened to be doing the same thing. Seems like a trend, doesn't it?
I literally roll my eyes in disappointment. Who knew she had this competitive and juvenile side to her? This is the first time I've ever seen her act this way. To be fair, though, it's really a dick move to open the shop from the same industry, basically in the same place. It's really an asshole move. It's especially an asshole move. It's like if it's like a wide-known company that is actually serving shitty stuff, but for some reason people buy that. You know who I'm talking about, you know. When it comes to the same industry as we are playing in.
I know that they're our competition, but you shouldn't be acting so rushed like that. I'm just worried about her cafe, that's all. I know, but let's just do what we can, okay?
Thankfully, it looks like she's reflecting on her actions since she's keeping quiet and not talking back. Imagine scolding your own boss. I feel like all my energy is drained because of that fiasco, but I go to the back room to get changed and return to my regularly scheduled programming. Programming? What? Programming? No, I like that outfit. The next day. Things are a lot calmer the next day and back to normal, as if yesterday didn't happen at all. I find it kind of odd, but I'll take it. I don't know if I can handle more childish behaviors from boss. Though it was kind of fun yesterday because it was such a rare sight. Since there are currently no customers, I take the chance to wipe the tables and chairs down. Even though I'd prefer to be paid for doing nothing. Same. I modestly scrub a table down until boss comes out from the back room, looking at me with a bright face.
Yuri, come here.
Am I finally getting a raise? I follow her orders to meet her at the counter.
Okay, Yuri, I have a mission for you.
Now I'm afraid. I'll have to go to the other side of the road, won't I?
I want you to go to the Mountain Cafe and order everything on the menu.
I knew it.
Everything? Yeah, and don't worry, I'll be coming out. It will be coming out of my pocket. Oh, and don't order everything today. Order one thing a day throughout the week. Ordering everything at once is too suspicious.
Right. Because coming every day to buy one thing and always it being a different thing is not suspicious. I blink confusion from the sudden proposal.
What are you going on? What are you going on about? I'm trying to see just what's so good about their coffee. Are you pulling something dumb again like yesterday? No, it's called competitive analysis. Now go forth, here is 2000 yen.
Before I even have time to object, she orders me to change out of my work clothes and transform the customer. I can't believe I'm going along with this ridiculous plan, but I guess it could help with analyzing our competitor. I take off my apron and change to a regular outfit, all the while dreading this new task. Perhaps I can think of this as a break. Now thinking about it, could she be working today? Instead of heading straight across the hill to detour around the neighborhood. Hope boss does mind. The neighborhood around here is quaint and quiet, the busiest being mornings and evenings. Aside from our coffee shops, there are a couple of restaurants and clothing stores around, which helps bring customers in. Such a thing is so much better than malls. Malls suck. Am I in a mood to say stuff like that today? It's a really nice and cozy area and I couldn't ask for a better environment to be in. In around 10 minutes I make my way back to Mountain Cafe and prepare myself to head into the enemy territory. As I pass by the window I take a quick look inside the cafe and discover that the handsome girl is in fact working today. She sees me through the window with an expression of surprise, but it's quickly replaced with a grin. Hey. I enter nonchalantly and take a seat at the bar counter. She looks good even in her work uniform, which is just a black shirt and a braided apron. Also very good looking, yes, I agree. I might like the black shirt more too, yeah. Or that being a shirt in general, anyway. I greet her with a smile and she does the same.
Fancy seeing you here. Shouldn't you be at work? Oh shit.
I have to come up with excuses to why I'm not at work right now. There's no way I can say I'm here to scout the competition. She tilts her head slightly, anticipating my answer.
Our story's hiring someone new and we're giving them a trial week, something like that. So it's time to get some time off the next few days, something like that, yeah.
I hope my lie is believable, but she doesn't seem to be doubting me.
Oh really? That's great to hear. But what brings you here instead of hanging out elsewhere?
Go for it.
It's you.
Let's go. Come on, Yuri. Come on. Do it.
Am I how to see you in a work environment? Question mark.
You blew it, Yuri.
Oh. Now I'm feeling self-conscious. No, don't be so sorry. I didn't.
Laughter erupts from her and she looks at me in amusement.
Then I best be putting on my greatest performance for you.
I twiddle my thumbs and stray away from her eye contact. Afraid I'd somehow dig myself in a deeper hole.
Sure.
She laughs, probably due to my idiocy again, and switches to employee mode.
So, what can I get you for you today?
Speaking of which, I haven't decided what I planned on getting. My eyes peruse the black menu behind her and jot down some mental notes of what they offer. Their menu is not much different from ours. It contains the usual espresso-based, latte-based, or the specialty drinks like teas and seasonals. They also have the more expensive and higher end coffee beans such as Sudan Rum and Geisha XO. I have no idea what this means. Like, okay, it's coffee beans, got it, but like, I don't know them at all. Amongst a few more others. Those aren't stuff you see on the menu of your average coffee shop. The owner actually knows her stuff, huh? Who knows? Boss isn't going to be happy to discover that her opener is quite a formidable one. I look back to the top of the menu again to find my go-to coffee and place my order.
I'll take a latte, please. One latte coming right up.
With that, she heads to her station swiftly to complete my order. Her movements are graceful and efficient, as if she's been working here for ages. None of her actions seem clumsy. Not a drop is spilled, not a speck of coffee ground is knocked over, nothing is measured any less or any more. It's obvious she's a skilled coffee barista. With her working here and that menu of theirs, there is no doubt that this cafe is not one to be underestimated. After seeing her treat even a simple cup of latte with love and care, I know right away that her expertise is the real deal. In just a matter of minutes, the latte is ready to be enjoyed. She places it in front of me and I notice the classic heart-shaped latte art. I expected her to do something a bit more complex, but it's not like I'm Gordon Ramsay or something.
I hope you're not judging me for doing a quick and simple design. No, not at all. Maybe I did expect something more complicated. Haha, I don't blame you. You yourself work as a coffee barista after all. I know I was supposed to put on my best performance, but I thought a cute heart would suit a cute girl. Like you.
Ooh. She's got you.
What? No, I'm not cute or anything. Of course you are. I'm an expert on cuties, did you know?
Her wing sends my heart racing and my face overheating. Quick, I have to change the topic before I combust from her compliments.
Anyway.
Think fast, Yuri.
So, yeah, oh yeah, I never got your name even though it's been a week. Oh, right. We've not formally introduced ourselves, have we?
She extends her hands towards me with a charming smile.
I'm Banto Kuromi. It's a pleasure to meet ya.
I nervously shake her hand, hoping she doesn't feel my clamminess.
Chiyoda Juri, nice to meet you. Banto Kuromi, that's quite a unique name. It's yeah, it's a pretty rare last name. And a pretty rare first name as well. Usually something like Rumi or Hiromi would be more common, but I got Romi instead. Guess I stand out. Oh, you stand out, alright, in more ways than one. Pardon? Hey? Oh, no, nothing.
The cup of latte sits snugly within the crown of my hands, where it warms my palms and sends an alluring aroma into the air. I take a sip from it and revealing the taste of a perfectly made cup of coffee. Rumi's eyes are on me as she's waiting contingent for the approval of her masterpiece. My eyes meet hers and I automatically look elsewhere instead of holding the eye contact.
How is it?
I tried to look at her when speaking to be polite, but she's too gorgeous to look at for too long.
Spectacular.
She breathes a sigh of relief and smiles to herself. Maybe knowing that I'm a coffee barista myself, she didn't want to lose face by making a cup that wasn't up to par.
I'm glad to hear. If you want,
Just then a customer walks in and she pauses our conversation.
Sorry, I'll get back to you.
No worries! She turns to the customer with a bright, welcoming smile and takes their order. Just like before, I slightly remove of hers and she makes a cup of coffee with grace and prestige. I wonder if I look like that when I make coffee too. No, there is no way I look like that. Not that cool. The customer begins creating small talk, occupying me even more, so I pull out my phone and start browsing through Instagram. I forgot to take a picture of my cup of latte. Or rather, I'm technically on a mission, right? It shouldn't be fun in games, but then again, I haven't updated my Instagram in a while. Same.
Having fun on your phone?
I jump a bit in my seat due to her sudden return as she laughs.
Whoops, did I scare ya? You did seem kind of deep in thought. Sorry if I interrupted anything. No, not at all, no. You seem to be having an interesting conversation with customer anyway, so I just did my own thing.
I then notice that she's holding something in her hand and I stare at it a bit longer than I should have.
Interested?
She calls it up, waving it in the air, and I become to cat, eyeing a toy being waved by the owner.
Hey? The customer just now gave me her number. You get stuff like this too, don't ya? A classic leave a number for the hot barista move. Reminds me of when boss calls if I got any of those. I didn't think people actually did that. No, I don't get anything like that.
Really? Even for you're this good?
She's such a sweet talker. I'm surprised she works in a profession that deals with something primarily bitter.
No, I'm just average. I think, maybe. I'm sure that people wouldn't agree. Like Lynx over here. Me included too.
The blood begins to rush to my face, and from the compliment I hardly try to change the topic.
Say, I still haven't repaid you yet for saving my life that day. If you weren't there, I really wouldn't be here right now. Is there anything I can do for you? Of course, only if it's within my abilities. I'm not made of money, so I don't know if I can pay you much if that's what you want, but...
She looks around and ponders for a bit with her thinking face. Her eyes that are colored like the latte I'm drinking travel down to the white piece of paper in her hands.
You don't have to give me money, no. But you can give me your number instead.
A playful smile flashes across her face and she patiently awaits for my reply.
Except I'm too busy being plastered to even say anything right now.
I say, wait.
I take a sip of coffee to calm my nerves, but I know my eyes are dark everywhere from the butterflies. Ruby tilts her head and gives me puppy eyes.
Is that a no?
How can I ever say no to those bloody guys? Of course I'll give it to her!
But why would she want my number? Out of everything she could have asked for. Probably.
Well. Would you rather ask for one night stand instead?
I nearly do a spit take and choke on my drink from her outlandish question, even if it might be a joke.
Robbie-san! Please just joke about that.
She hands me a tissue while giggling non-stop. I take the tissue and wipe my mouth from a dribble, trying to calm down. As always, I'm embarrassing ass hacking from someone I should be impressing.
Robbie-san. I'm joking. Unless...
Would I be interested in one night stand? Maybe I would mind.
Okay, for real, I'm joking. But I was joking about your number. Splashed! You're winning, girl!
She fiddles with the back of her neck and looks down the counter.
Is collecting numbers one of your hobbies?
For once, she's looking shy and not making eye contact.
I just thought it'd be a lot easier to contact you. Especially since we were close by, we could probably go hang out after work or something. But again, I guess I could just walk over and find you.
I relax a bit after seeing her sound so bashful, which is actually quite refreshing and frankly, very adorable. She finally makes eye contact with me and searches for an answer nervously. Gosh, how can you say no to that face? I reach out to the piece of paper she was holding, grab a pen from my bag. I jot my number down quickly and slide back to her. The various objects in my bag have finally come in handy. I look up to see her face and it's like a child's face on Christmas Day.
Wow! Thank you.
Help! My eyes are blinded by her bright healing smile!
It's nothing like before, especially compared to what you did for me. Don't worry about it. I still appreciate it nonetheless.
Just then, my phone starts buzzing and boss's name shows up on the display.
Excuse me?
My body automatically turns a bit to the side, knowing that boss is trying to check up on my reconnaissance.
So, what's taking you so long? I asked you to buy a cup of coffee and you're taking eons. What are you doing?
My gaze stealthily looks toward the glass window and sees a faint silhouette of boss staring, trying to take a look. I turn my back on her and reply,
Yeah, sorry. I got caught up drinking some really good coffee.
I decided to spy the boss a bit.
You should try some when you get the chance to get to Mountain Coffee.
Yuri!
Anyway, see you in a bit. Bye.
I quickly hang up and finish my last sip of coffee latte. Romy seems to have started cleaning up near me while I was on the phone.
Remy-san, I have to get going. Thank you for the amazing coffee. Just Remy's fine. Yuri. Then Romy.
I wave goodbye and get up from my seat, but I'm reluctant to depart from.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the coffee.
I give a quick note and head out the door, knowing that boss is in a rush to hear my report. Like before, I walked around the neighborhood for a bit, just in case Romy doesn't spot me. I make sure Romy is occupied in her cafe before I open the door and report back to boss.
I told you to check out their coffee, not become a loyal customer.
I cheekily look to the side and read, and I have no idea what she's talking about.
I guess it was a bad choice to have sent you over. Well, it's not like you have anyone else to send. I'll just get another friend or something. Well,
If boss gets someone else to go in by Saturdays, I won't be able to see Romy again.
I'll got you going. I will take some long next time.
And boss looks at me suspiciously, like she knows what my intentions are.
My lips are shut tight. Do not spill my ulterior motives and ruin my opportunity of seeing Romy.
She's still staring at me with dagger eyes, which are starting to make me feel nervous, and I hope she doesn't question me further. Then her face relaxes and she lets go of the issue.
Fine. You can continue scouting out the competition.
My own face relaxes as well, only to be pulled back to my former self again.
But you can only do takeouts from now on. Oh, takeouts! Yes, cause you took forever today. I always make you go there to take a break. You're still considered to be on the clock, you know. Did it really take that long? It felt like it was only 20 minutes. It was eons. Right, at best 25. Whatever, now get back to work.
As she turns around to go back to whatever she was doing, I stick my tongue out behind the break. It's definitely a possibility that took a bit longer than expected, but it was for the better. I was able to fully immerse myself into the environment of what our computer has to offer. Let's face it, it was not about that. I recall my time spent at Mountain Cafe, and I can't deceive myself any longer, knowing that Romy was actually the only thing that I paid attention to. Understandable. My shoulders slump as I head to the back room to switch into my work uniform. I guess I'm stuck here at the Cafelet once again. Cafelet. As per a boss request at the start of the next day, I head over to the cafe shop facing hours to order a coffee for takeout. This time, I don't dilly around the neighborhood as much as I did yesterday in fear of boss giving me a refill again. When I finally arrive at the windows of Romy's coffee shop, I see her and give her a little wave. Hello. She turns the wave and greets me with a small grin. The door opens without a jingle, unlike what I'm used to at my workplace, and gently closes behind me. Bless for not having the jingle. The cafe seems to be full, with nearly every seat taken up. Their business is still doing great and clearly doesn't show any signs of laying up anytime soon. On my way to the counter, I notice a few heads facing Romy. Surprisingly, but also unsurprisingly, most of the stares are coming from girls.
Long time no see. Morning. Another latte.
Romy grabs a cup of preparation for her, but I shake my head in response to her question.
No. I will take a cappuccino today. Oh, it'd be to go.
She slowly puts the cup that she picked up and away, and a shook expression appears on her face.
To go? Yeah. I was forced to go back to work. That was a short-lived break. Yeah. Is it really okay for you to be walking to work without coffee for? Your boss might call you a traitor. She might.
Except, she's the one that's telling you to try your coffee out.
But it's nice to try out other coffees from time to time, so you just have to step out of your bubble and explore new things. Oh, don't tell me you're here to steal our secret recipe. Hey?
I got from the sudden accusation feeling that she had found me out.
Please don't have that look on the face. You're going to make me think you really are. But for you, I'd give out my secret recipe any day.
Romy softly sends me a smirk and a wink.
Ding.
My eyes automatically avert to the ground in a bashful manner. If she continues flirting like that so often, I'm seriously going to fall in love with her soon.
You've already fallen.
As if I likely haven't already. But then I think back to all the girls with Hawkeye staring at her like they had their prey locked on target. I realize I might have to get in line.
Your cappuccino. Thank you. That'll be 700 yen.
I pull out my purse and pay for the coffee in exact change, placing it on the small black tray.
Thank you for business. See you tomorrow, hopefully.
As I turn around to leave the premise, she calls out to me, which somehow makes my heart beat faster than it should.
Would you happen to be free tonight after work?
My eyes blink confusion and shock. There was something expected to clear, but somehow I feel a million eyes burning through my back.
Oh, yeah, I am. Is something the matter?
Romy sticks her hands to her apron pockets and looks at me nervously.
Actually, never mind, it's nothing.
I tilt my head in confusion, but tried to not think too much of her sudden suspicious behavior.
Alrighty then. See you, Romy. See ya.
Damn it!
I walk out of the store with thoughts swinging around in my head, wondering just what she was going to say. Never mind, always get me feeling antsy. However, I focus on the task I at hand and report back to boss.
Good. What do you order this time? Cappuccino. Did you drink it? How is it?
Without waiting for my answer, she closes the drink from my hands and goes behind the counter to do her research.
You've done well. Now please get changed while I test this.
Boss is definitely her obsessive zone again, so let her do her thing. Enter the back room and put on the store's shirt and apron. By the time I come out, boss face is deep in thought as she stares in one spot at the opposite wall. It's kind of refreshing to see her serious side, so I let her be and start wiping the counters. I feel like that's all I've ever do for, since our business has still been a bit on the slower side.
Exquisite.
My attention turns to Boots as she takes another sip of the coffee. Boss looks concerned and amazed at the same time.
It's supposed to be just another cup of cappuccino, but it's more than that. It's not often that someone can concoct something like this. Only a truly experienced barista can pull this off. It takes skill and love to turn a plain cup of cappuccino into something that makes love to your taste buds.
That's some way to say it.
They truly are worth your opponent.
I know exactly what she's talking about. After taking the first sip of the latte yesterday, I was just as mind blown as Boss is right now. She looks at me with piercing, fiery eyes, and it seems her competitive nature has re-sparked her passion for coffee.
Who made this?
Tea! I stop in sentence, thinking about whether or not to spill the beans about Ruby. Boss still doesn't know that we're friends, does she?
But would she even care if we're friends? Sure, we're enemies, so to say, but I have the right to make friends with whoever I want, don't I?
Someone that works there, yeah.
I decided to keep it a secret for a bit longer. The flame in her eyes die out after hearing a response that didn't yield any results.
You're the worst recon plane, Yuri. Maybe I'll just go there myself next time.
I guess seeking out for a competition will actually do us good. For it's something to hear that our competition is the cafe that Romy works at. Can't we somehow create peace and have a truce?
Later that day.
Unsurprisingly, the shop is quite empty. Again. I glance at the clock up on the wall and see that I still have 30 minutes before closing time.
But with no one here, I might as well pack up now.
Since there are currently no customers, I take out my phone and treat these 30 minutes as my second break. Though it's more like my 10th or 11th break, if I'm honest. My lock screen pops up and automatically unlocks using my face. Something that I would never set up. Not a chance, mate. Showing me the multitude of apps on the home screen. Actually, my home screen is empty. I can tell you that. I don't have anything on my home screen. Except for the, bottom shelf. And the second screen just has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 folders. With the apps hidden. That's all the info you get. I know, I like to look at the wallpaper first. What the heck? I press on the Instagram icon and scroll through the new posts from people I'm following. As per usual, a bunch of selfies, but most importantly, in my case, it's a bunch of anime artworks. Mouth-watering, devilishly tempting pictures of food. Yeah, that's not in my feed. My stomach naturally grumbles at the thought of taking a bite out of these delicious meals. If only I can have you on the deck of that scrumptious fest. The only good thing coming out of scrolling through these food pictures is that it helps me decide my dinner. I think I'm in the mood for some Chinese food night. Or maybe Italian? On second thought, maybe there is nothing good from salivating over these pictures. Just then the wind chimes of the door ring, signaling a rare customer.
Welcome
to my espresso room. He comes walking through the doors instead of an unfamiliar face.
I mentally take a deep breath to prepare myself to deal with this unexpected event. She greets me with a grin and walks towards the counter. I quickly put my phone down to return the greeting.
Hello!
Her head looks up and around, serving the entire store as if she's the monthly health inspector that comes in. Soon her eyes settle towards my direction, gently land on my own hazel-colored ones.
This coffee shop is a lot more different than I imagined. Is that a good or a bad thing?
A good thing? She chuckles slightly and slips her hands into her coat pockets.
I think this place is nice. Definitely different from where I work, but different in a good way.
I shoot her a skeptical look, but stop my questioning.
Are you here to steal our recipes? Not so much recipe, but rather I'm more interested in stealing something else.
Smooth. A smug expression flashes across her face as she leaves me, wondering just what she's able to steal. Money?
Why would you think that?
Come on, girl! I saw her walk closer to the cash register while keeping my eye on her concerningly. In response, she laughs out loud, filling the store with her joyous laughter.
Don't worry. Money is the last thing I'd want to steal.
She takes her hands out of her pockets and leans on the counter with her arms.
I just wanted to drop by and ask if you're free after work. Wait, what? I was working overtime today and thought I'd grab it around here. But since I'm still new to this neighborhood, I figured I'd ask someone that knows this area well to recommend some good restaurants. Hence, why I'm here.
Dude, ask me that. You get no answer. That's because my city doesn't have good restaurants, of course. Not because I don't go out to restaurants. It's just there is no good food here.
Hence why I'm here asking to be my tour guide for the evening. Tour guide? I was about to ask you earlier this morning. That's why I called out to you out of the blue, but I chickened out last time. I mean last minute. I was also worried that all the other customers might be out for your blood if I asked you and not them. Think of it as your repayment for my saving your life part 2.
Yeah.
Why do I have the gut feeling that there is a possibility of repayment part 3 or 4?
Why not? Romy shrugs and gives me a cheeky wink, continuing my friendly banter.
I'll include the repayment part 5 and 6 in the package as well if you'd like so.
I subconsciously let out a smile after hearing her playing along with my joke. Yeah? Somehow it makes my chest feel fizzy seeing her joke around with me like that.
So, will you accompany me? For it's totally okay if you're not available today. This was pretty last minute after all.
There is no way I'm going to turn this down. It's not that I had plans for the night anyway. I would have just been eating dinner all by my lonesome at home.
Besides, it's a great way to get closer and find out more about her. And I didn't even have to be the one to ask. Score! I shake my head and assure her that it's no big deal at all.
I'm totally free. I'm all yours tonight.
What?
What?
There is a moment of silence, where only the slight whirring of the machines and the chattering of passerby fill the awkward tension.
I totally said something suggestive, didn't I? Way to go, Yuri! Yuri, please remind Yuri to smack Yuri in the head later. Romy clears her throat as we hastily break eye contact. My eyes struggle to find a place to settle on, but they end up looking at the cloak opposite of me. I bring up another topic in order to air out the lingering awkwardness in the shop.
But I won't be off for another 20 minutes or so. You still have some time to kill. What are you going to do until the shop closes?
Can I get a glass of water? I comply with her request and anticipate her answer. I hand over a tall glass of cold water to her and she brings it to the table nearby where she takes a seat comfortably. She looks up at me from her seat and smiles.
Hey, I'll wait here for you.
She's definitely a mad woman.
You're really going to sit there for 20 minutes doing nothing? I'm not doing nothing. I'm waiting for you.
The familiar jingle of the door rings once again and a small group of 3 high school boys comes in, interrupting my remark.
Welcome to the cafe.
Soon after I completely forget the fact that Romy is sitting there as I become occupied with orders of coffees. However, when I did get the chance to spot her in my peripheral vision, I can see her coolly sipping on her water as she scrolls through her phone. The scene looks as if a page in a magazine featuring a stunning model was brought to life.
Yeah, that chick sitting over there looks hot as hell. Shut up, she can probably hear us. This chick frequencies cafe will just start coming here more often too. Bet I can get her number before you. Maybe in 100 years she's not gonna be a scrap kid like you.
The 3 laugh in sync with the chimes from the door and another pair of customers come trickling in. It's unusual that business picks up near closing time, but I'm not complaining. For it makes me wonder if Romy is a lucky charm of business. Or if it's her beauty that makes people want to come get a closer look. Either way, the next 20 minutes has me sweating from the sudden influx of orders and I soon forget that Romy is in the shop until the clock strikes 5 PM. With a flip of sign and the closing of the blinds, I stand to the outside that the store is officially closed for the day. At 5. A coffee shop at 5. I mean, I wouldn't know, obviously, as I don't drink coffee. Sounds early. Whatever. Finally, take a deep breath from the sudden stress just now. Not like it's never happened before, but it would have been a lot easier if boss was here to help with the orders. In a blink of an eye, my shift's already over, and Romy's voice reminds me that I technically still have 1 more customer I should be putting out to close shop.
Good work.
I turn around to see Romy still stationed at the very spot she chose earlier with her glass empty and phone out of sight.
Thank you.
At the moment, my eyes turn towards the things I now have to wash. I saw then remembered I still have to close the register, sanitize the coffee machine and everything else.
On second thought, you might have to wait it out another 30 minutes. I still have to clean everything while the table's set around. No problem. Do you need help with any of that? Hey! No! You shouldn't need to be doing work! You don't even work here! Alright then. What if I said that I want to help so they can get my dinner faster?
It is true that the procedure will be faster if she helped, but I feel horrible for making someone that's off the clock work. Especially when it's not even her own workplace.
She walks up to the counter and holds her hand out.
I'll let you handle the more important things. I can at least help you clean the tables, right? 4 hands are better than 2.
After a month of the station, I decide to bring her on board. I open the cleaning cupboard and retrieve the sanitizing bottle and cloth for her. She slips out of her coat and plops it onto a nearby chair. Her face becomes serious as she lowers her sleeves up. Seeing her switch from casual to working mode makes her look 10 times cooler. Not that she wasn't cool in the first place, but just cooler. Or perhaps hotter. I catch myself staring at her in a but a quick return to my own tasks. Usually I take my time and put on some music in the background, but with the thought of Romy waiting for me, I complete my work with haste. In no time, the coffee house is sparkling clean and ready for the next day. To make sure that I didn't miss anything, I take one last look around and do a mental checklist.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for the help. I would have taken much longer if it weren't for you. Glad to hear that I lifted some weight off your shoulders. Shall we head out? Oh, right. Let me get changed and then we can zoom out of here.
Zoom? Yeah, zoom. Like, the door gives a solid click as the key locks it shut. I shake the door to confirm that it's securely locked. I'm sure I heard the click, but you never know. I agree. Then I drop the keys into my purse and proceed to lead Robbie throughout the neighborhood. The chattering of the people and various city noises outside exhibits a stark contrast to the atmosphere inside the cafe-led. Once you step outside, it throws you back into the hustle and bustle of everyday life after being in the quiet pause that the cafe offers. The cool autumn air breezes past us, reminding us that summer is now over with the leaves crunching beneath our feet.
So, what would you like to eat? There are lots of restaurants in Barre and they're all fantastic. If I had the chance, I'd bring you to every one of them. When I first started working here, I was astonished by the amount of amazing restaurants around. I probably gained a couple of pounds from eating out so often back then, but I couldn't ignore them.
Dubbed. And if you did, it went to all the right places.
They just called to you when you walk past and beg you to stop and stay.
I was so busy reminiscing about the delicious restaurants that I went on a tangent.
Sorry, must have rambled on.
I look over to Ruby and then it hits me how much taller she is. Like 3 centimeters. It's not too often that I have to tilt my head up while talking to someone. Her face lights up with a chuckle which reassures me that she didn't mind.
No worries, it was good seeing you be excited. I'm not a 29, I'm fully fledged 23-year-old, thank you very much. 23-year-old. Ooh, a full-fledged baby.
If I was more acquainted with her, I would have punched her in the arm, but alas.
There.
Ruby pats me gently on the head to further fuel the flame, but I've given up and resort to sulking quietly.
Anyways, back to our previous topic. Did you have a type of cuisine in mind?
She taps her chin and ponders, looking at the sky as if it has her answer.
I don't really think about it. I was hoping you would recommend something for me. I would recommend you something, but you could probably narrow your choice down for me, right? Please.
Oh, I know. Ruby looks at me with gleaming eyes, almost like she made a revolutionary discovery.
Take me to your favorite restaurant. Favorite? My? Yeah, that way we have some place to start instead of spending 5 hours deciding. But that's a solution, I guess. Exactly, so lead the way.
With that, I accept the request and bring her to my favorite restaurant with a nervousness to my step. The last thing I want is for her to dislike my place, my favorite place. Where I've had my go-to spot, around down hole in the wall gem. Looks maybe deceiving, but this is one of the best out there.
I hope you like Uda. I hope you like Uda. This wasn't what I was quite expecting. No, trust me, this is good. If you end up not liking it, I'll let you include a payment part 7 and 8. Deal. But you can pretend to not like it just to fit in a repayment part 7 for. Oh, you saw through my strategy.
Irashimasu! The small udon restaurant doesn't seat that many people, but this place is always packed. Luckily, the wait isn't that long as we just quote a couple leaving. We take our seats and Romy looks through the menu.
Anything catch your eye?
Her eyes focus on the menu, zooming from left to right.
Everything.
That's unsurprising to hear, and I'm glad the menu appeals to her.
If it helps you, I will get the tanuki udon, but I'm definitely recommend the wakame udon as a first step, or if you like curry, the curry udon is really good too. Then I'll take your word for it, wakame udon it is. Fine choice, madame.
We put in our orders and wait for the scrumptious meals to be put into our belly. I twiddle my thumbs on the table trying to find a way to strike conversation, but my head is all over the place and can't choose what to say in fear of sounding awkward. Not to mention that the appetizing aroma is making me dizzy with hunger, causing my stomach to grumble again. Glad that it's loud enough in here for it to not be heard. The hunger is not making my brain function at all, making me think of nothing but food. Food, great topic.
So what do you usually like to eat, Romy?
I like to eat a lot of things. I'm not a picky eater at all. You learn to appreciate the finer things when you live alone. True.
Yeah, I understand that feeling very well.
Do you also live alone?
Yeah. It's a lot of work. It gets kind of lonely sometimes, but I don't mind.
Yeah, it does get lonely, doesn't it? No. It'd be nice if there was someone to come visit me from time to time. It'd be a lot livelier than just being by myself. If she opened applications for that, I'll jump on it in a split second, right here, right now.
How long have you been living alone?
About 6 years now. I was about 20 years old when I got kicked out of the house.
Kicked out of the house?
I don't really look like the type, do I?
You expect to be the type to get kicked out? You weren't some kind of delinquent, were you?
Haha. She throws her head back and lets out a hearty chuckle.
Would your perception of me change if I said I was? Hey, I mean, no, not at all.
Romy laughs again and leans on the table with her arms.
Hey, believe it or not, I was kicked out of the house because I want to pursue my coffee-making career.
What? Thought it was more like me running away from home. When I told them I want to go into coffee making, they freaked out and absolutely forbade me. That's kinda crazy. I mean, if your kid is interested in something that's... go for it. That must be nice, because I never had the idea of what I wanted to do. I still don't. I'm just roaming, kind of, from place to place. Romy's eyes drift towards the table and she starts swirling with her thumbs. It's kind of obvious that this is a touchy subject for her, yet she's willing to share it with someone like me. I wonder just what she sees in me that warrants her to open up like this. Not that I'm complaining. I'm super touched that she's letting me know her history. I imagine it's not something that you would tell just anyone. My parents want me to be called either a doctor, lawyer, or something well reputable. I don't know, man. Like, now I would say... I mean, lawyers especially are not very reputable overall. Doctors in Poland, for example, touchy subject. I think a lot of them just half-ass things, to be honest. Yeah, pretty much. Also, those two directions, even if you try to like study for that, there is no obviously guarantee that you will make it, right? I feel like you can only make it if you are truly interested in that. Otherwise, it will be a hellish road. Anyway, they didn't want their image to be sold by having a daughter that makes coffee.
Being coffee barista is good too. You make crazy good coffee to help people get their day started. Do they know just how many people rely on coffee to start the day? You practically make them the thing that gives them life.
Meanwhile, me who never drinks coffee, huh? Honestly, funnily enough, like, the only way for me to get caffeine into my body is through energy drinks. I just don't like coffee, I guess. I mean, I know that I don't. If only they saw things the way you did, Yuri. Fortunately or unfortunately, I come from a rich family that's all about status, something I don't care much about. I know I was selfish, but my 20-year-old self wasn't having any of my family's bossing around. Nice. So of course, when I told them that was my dream, they got mad and we had a huge argument. And the rest is history. I'm probably shunned from my family because of that and, well, another reason, but that's for another time. I know. I'm calling it right now. Because she likes girls.
It must have been tough to just suddenly leave home like that. I can imagine what it must have been like to have your family shun you.
It was pretty rough at first, especially because I've always relied on my family for money and such, but through the hardships, I've gained a lot of knowledge and experience. So for that, I'm kind of glad I left, because if I didn't, I probably would have rotted away by now. Who knew someone like her had to go through such hard loss to be doing what she loves right now? You really can't judge a book by its cover.
But please don't be too sad about my past. It's much better to stay focused on the present, because look where I'm at now. Having dinner with an insanely cute girl.
Like clockwork, the blood ultimately rushes to my face and I feel the warmth invading my cheeks.
Robbie, you have to stop doing that! Oh, but it's the truth. And besides, you're really cute when you blush, so...
Robbie shrugs in a mischievous manner while giving me a sheepish smile.
I don't think anyone could get enough of that.
My face heats up even more from her absurd comment, and all she does is laugh at me again. If she keeps saying stuff like this, I swear I'll end up boiling my face off. To change the topic, I bring up a question I had while she was telling me her story. She mentioned something about being shunned by her family for another reason as well. Yeah, she also said it is a story for another time, but... I'm not one to pry, but it's the only thing that popped into my head in desperation to switch the topic at hand.
Say, what are the other
Hi, want to do you that one come udon?
Just then the aroma of the balls of udon makes me forget about everything and my mouth starts watering like no tomorrow. The beautiful displayed ingredients in the bowl are beckoning for both of us to start devouring without another word to be said. I usually am the type to let my phone eat first, but today I just can't wait any longer. In one swift motion, I'm the type of person that never does that. In one swift motion, I lift up my chopsticks and deliver a bundle of noodles into my salivating mouth without even blowing on it. The heat hurts, but oh, does the taste counterbalance the pain. I struggle to eat the scalding thick noodles, but it doesn't stop me from enjoying the exquisite flavors dancing in my mouth.
Delicious!
My mouth is probably as full as a chipmunk's while I try to chew on the delectable noodles. I look towards Romy to see her reaction, and to my joy, her face is just as illuminated as mine.
This is extraordinary.
She takes another big bite, this time with some wakame seaweed alongside thick white strands.
I've had udon before, but never then it is good.
I can't help but put in a big dumb smile after seeing her reaction.
Isn't it? I've honestly never found any other udon restaurant that has beaten this place. And even if I do find one better, this place will always have a spot in my heart. I'm very happy you shared this place with me. We should come here more often so I can try the rest of the menu. You bet we could. And don't forget about the other restaurants nearby. We're bound to see a whole new world. Sounds like a plan.
For most of the meal, both of us became silent as we only focused on vacuuming our meal up like it was a race to see who can finish first.
It was truly delectable. I'm glad you liked it. I don't know what I would have done if you ended up not liking it. You'd have had to deal with repayment part 3. No thank you.
We both burst into laughter at our recently created inside joke. I'd never in my life predicted to be laughing alongside the new handsome girl on the block that everyone their mom has their eyes on. Yeah, but every time having fun with her makes me feel a certain type of way. Could it actually be falling in love? Or is it just infatuation? Or could it even be the satisfaction of obtaining the impossible? I'm not quite too sure, but all I know is that this is nice. Although I'm just recently met Romy, it seems as though I've known her all my life. Something is making me gravitate towards her. Perhaps it's her charisma. And I'm just like all those other people that want a piece of her. But this feels different from how I felt with other people. As much as it is fleeting, it is just as scary. I don't want to fall hard in case it wasn't really meant to be. This is only our second time being together alone for, so I can't possibly gauge my feelings from just 2 meetings. But for some reason, I feel like these feelings are inescapable. My head becomes so drowned in these deep thoughts that I don't even notice my hand waving in front of me.
Yuri, let's go. Hey? Wait, we didn't pay it. I just did while you were daydreaming. Wait a minute, you paid for a meal. Yeah? Is there a problem? No one said you were going to pay for the meal, I'll pay you back.
I fumble for my wallet inside my purse, but Romy gently grabs onto my arm and holds me.
It's fine. I'm the one that invited you out anyway. You are my tour guide for tonight, remember? Let me do at least this much.
Her sincere face relaxes my tense muscles and I let her have her way.
Alright then. But next time you do a meal, got it? Got it.
The cold air greets us once more, and the sun has already gone to bed, leaving us with a dark purple sky. We stop a few steps outside the restaurant's door and see a lineup on the side.
Wow, we're pretty lucky, weren't we? I'm glad you were there to help clean up so we didn't have to wait in line like this. But it was already packed when we went in, so maybe we weren't that lucky. Touché.
Robbie looks at her watch and looks around, wondering what to do next.
Still quite early, but you might be pretty tired. Do you have someplace else you want to go? I do have to stop by the convenience store, just a couple of stuff, but if you have anything anywhere you'd like to check out, I'd be glad to accompany you. If only we had a car, we can probably go somewhere further. I take you to the most stunning places I've ever been to. Eh? You drive? Yeah. What's so surprising? No, it's just that I don't know that many people that drive, seeing just how tedious it is to even get a license here.
I think I don't know a single person that wouldn't have a license, to be honest.
Yeah, but I was kind of forced to. Parents said it'd be useful.
Huh. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, over here it's basically everyone does it anyway. Well, of course, dudes do it earlier. Like, we literally strike 18 and go and do it. To be fair, I started it even earlier. I started because it is possible to do so. I don't remember what time exactly, how much earlier you can start, but I started the theoretical lessons before I hit 18. And I don't remember practical, if I had to be exactly 18 to do practical, or if I could have been already before that. Well, whatever. The exam I did, obviously, a little afterwards. Anyway.
Not that useful when you don't have a car to drive for.
Yeah.
I've got used to transit for, even if it takes twice the time to get to place sometimes.
Yeah, that would suck. I would totally not be able to switch back. Also, I would not want to switch back to, like, public transport. No thanks.
Maybe I'll save up for a car.
Ruby then turns shy as she sticks her hands in her coat pocket and looks at me with a face asking for permission.
If you don't mind, can I take a look with you to the grocery store? I don't have other plans and I frankly don't want to spend the evening alone moping at home.
It's kind of cute how at times the demeanor of a 6-year-old kid pops up in just a split second. I have yet to learn how to say no to her.
Of course you can! As long as you don't mind me getting sidetracked in grocery store.
Her face brightens up and almost lights up the entire dark street.
I have all the time for you to get sidetracked.
Yeah! The streetlights are now on to illuminate the path for us, with the help of the soft glow emanating through the shop windows. Sounds of people chattering bring the street to life despite the cold and dark. The grocery store isn't far, but it's still about a 10-minute walk. And for those 10 minutes, I thought it would be a huge silent journey, but Romy didn't let that happen, which I'm grateful for. Awkward silences are the worst.
So about you? How'd you get here working as a coffee barista?
Compared to Romy's story, mine is a lot more simpler. So simple I'm kind of embarrassed that it's not any grander.
There is no story really. I graduated high school and wanted money. I found this place and got hired somehow, even if I had no experience whatsoever. It was probably because my boss was short on stuff and just tried to get anyone she could. And now I'm here. Oh. Please don't sound so disappointed! No, please don't. I'm not disappointed at all. In fact, I kind of envy your autonomy. The grass is always greener on the other side, my friend. I envy your passion and dedication to the point of living off the life to pursue your dream. Oh, I was young and reckless. But like I said, I don't regret it.
You're young still, come on.
I'm just really happy I was able to befriend someone in the same field for. And I'm happy to see you. And I'm happy that you see me as an equal in that field. As I worked earlier, I know you know what you're doing. It's not really just years of working there under my belt. Still very impressive. Don't undermine yourself.
Romi's hand reaches my head and gives it a few congratulatory pats. Her earbuds are still a sensation that I don't know if I can get used to yet. But I don't seem to mind them. You see pretty close to your bath.
Oh, I mean, she practically raised me in the coffee making scene. I know she's a bit immature at things, but she can be one of the most mature people I know. Until she starts getting competitive.
I rolled my eyes thinking back to her little argument she had with Romi's boss a few days ago.
She's very knowledgeable when it comes to coffee, even if she doesn't look like it, so I learned a lot while working under her.
I would assume so, since she's raised such a great barista such as you.
I'm still learning, even though it's been a while since I've started working there. Then I hope I'll be part of your learning journey as well, and you can teach me stuff along the way too.
Romi looks at me with an affectionate smile in the dark, and her visuals stun my ability to think about anything about her. It's so breathtaking that I can't look for too long, else I'll die from asphyxiation? I pick at the floor to rid myself of the butterflies, but they simply refuse to leave.
Of course, that'd be nice.
I dig around my purse for my phone to double check my grocery list. Something I never remember to do. Since I'm familiar with his store, I know my way around it without even paying attention to where I'm going. Yeah, probably for the better so I don't get sidetracked by snacks. Yeah, I went up in the produce section and picked out the juiciest looking strawberries. Almost let my eyes wander to the novelty white strawberries that I can never afford. In haste, I attempt to put strawberry pack I've chosen in the basket, but I realized I forgot to grab one as I entered.
Looking for this?
Robbie hands me the basket that I was looking for, and she saves my life once again.
Oh yeah, thank you. And now if you needed it but brought it along since you didn't pick one up, your list did seem kind of long. You seem to always end up helping me some way, I feel bad.
I take the basket from her and place the pack of strawberries in. To be fair, I kind of sometimes tend to do that as well. Like, no, I will just buy that one thing. Go. You know what? I don't have that. Boop. Ah, damn it. Time to go to get back to the entrance to get the basket. Anyway.
Just tracking up repayment coupons.
That was a joke for the record. Chuckle spills out from seeing her be so worried, and she laughs along with her melodic voice. We continue on my grocery adventure with me grabbing unnecessary snacks along the way, much to my chagrin. Up and down each aisle we go, with our eyes wandering on to every item on the shelves.
Oh, Robbie, look!
The sight of pink packaging catches my eye and draws my attention towards it like a magnet. All the brands on the shelves are also starting to spark interest, and I'm tempted to buy them all. Get me and anime figures. Romy glances in the direction I'm pointing at and stands beside me to take a closer look. As she steps closer, the back of her hands brush against each other, sending a jolt of electricity through me. I nervously move my hand away and slip them into my pockets. Boop! I don't know why I'm acting so strange around her, that even the slightest contact causes my brain to do somersaults. She seems to be able to charm everyone, me included, and I can't seem to get away. But it's not like I want to get away. To ease my nerves, I go back to the topic at hand and it caught my attention.
It's the super spicy noodles in carbonara flavor. I've been waiting for it to be restocked for the longest time that I completely forgot about it.
My hands instinctively reach for the pink pack of noodles featuring a cartoon chicken in it.
I should go back to saving, but it's finally in stock for once. I think you should get it. Yeah.
She softly pries the bowl of noodles out my hands, sending yet another electric shock through my fingers. The pack of spicy noodles lands safely into my basket, thanks to Romy, and sits perfectly in there like it always belonged there.
Better buy it than to regret not buying it, trust me. I'll surely go bankrupt if I go shopping with you all the time.
Romy shrugs and gives me a cheeky smirk.
Then I'll just take responsibility and take care of it for you.
Let's go! As per usual, the mad blushing of my face appears and I steer my attention back to the plethora of instant noodles. For some reason I can sense Romy is sporting a winning smile because I know she's trying to make me flustered on purpose! Which is wonderful. Let's go! I dash in front of her to hide my never-ending red face and pretend to look at some other stuff on the adjacent shelves. My attention wavers here and there to look at all the fancy and eye-catching brandings until Romy lets out an unexpected yelp.
Ow!
In a flash I rush back to Romy and see what hurt her.
Are you okay?
She lifts up her index fingers to me and I see a spot of blood oozing out of the tip of her digit.
Just a paper cut. A plastic cut. I bumped my head against something sharp on the shelf as I was putting something back.
It can happen.
I'm fine, Fo. Give me your hand!
I place my grocery basket down and dig through my bag for my mini first aid kit. Her hand is stretched out obediently like an owner asking their puppy for their paw, even though I'm the one asking for her hand. I wipe down the blood with a clean tissue and disinfect it with an alcohol wipe.
A first aid kit in your bag at all times? You really are prepared. You are really prepared. Yeah, I just happened keeping one in my bag because I'm clumsy. I was about to remove it from bag, but you're lucky I didn't just yet. It comes in pretty handy when you did it. Like right now, for example.
I carefully wrap the colorful band-aid snugly around her finger and then stuff the garbage into my pocket to throw in the trash later when I find one. Romy inspects her newly bandaged finger.
You saved my life. Please, it's just paper cut. Plastic cut.
I roll my eyes playful response to the meticulous detail of her injury.
Plastic cut, yeah.
The two of us giggling the empty ale and resume our grocery store adventure. It must be late if it's an empty ale in general, dude. If the whole store... Yes, late hours, by the way, are the best. That's true. Oh my goodness. I miss the times when one of our supermarkets was open until 11:30 in the evening. Oh my goodness. Like entering there at like 10:30 or 11. Yes! To be fair, now they close at 10. Entering at 9:30, I mean, I guess it's still relatively emptier than earlier, but ugh. Man, entering at late hour. Yes, that was the way to do the shopping. Anyway.
Now, what was it that I needed next?
Remy waits for me at the door, exploring the variety of vegetables out on display as I check everything out.
Sorry for the wait! No worries. Do you have anywhere else you need to drop by?
I try to think of somewhere I would possibly need to go in an effort to make the night last longer. There are no more errands I need to run, but I don't want to part ways with me just yet. I take out my phone and look for someone hung out, but the screen reads 9:32 PM. We are going to close in 28 minutes. As selfish as I like to be, for I know she works early in the morning, so maybe I shouldn't keep her out too late. My phone gets put back into my pocket and I suggest her home.
I think it's all for today.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alright then, shall we head to the station? By the time we arrive at the station, the lights have become more blinding and the place more lively. Our designated platforms are in opposite directions, so we say our regards by the stairs leading to her platform entry.
Thank you again for hanging out with me tonight. No problem, and besides, I haven't hung out with someone in a while, so it was 2 birds with 1 stone, to be honest. If you ever need to accompany you somewhere, I'm always here for you. I'm literally right across the road. I'll take you on that offer then. Don't you take back your word. I could never.
I instinctively move an inch to hug her goodbye, since I usually do that with friends before parting ways, but stop myself in time in fear of possibly crossing an imaginary boundary. I don't feel we consider close enough friends to warrant the hug, so I leave it at that.
Okay then. Good night, Romy. I'll probably drop by tomorrow morning for some coffee. Ah, good night, Yuri.
I reluctantly turn around for my train, but her voice calling out to me stops me in tracks.
Yuri.
My head turns back to see if Romy needed something. She stands there facing me with a delicate expression as if she had a bunch of things she wants to say. I tilt my head in a questioning manner that asks her what she wants to inquire about. Can I see you again? My head tilts to an even steeper angle, wondering why she's asking such an obvious question.
Of course you can! I walk right across from you. You can literally see me whenever you want through the windows.
No, that's not that. Romy chucks herself and slightly shakes her head.
That's right, isn't it? Just wave that way back, assuming I'm looking at the right time. I'll pay extra attention when you look through the window then. You don't have to, since you'll most likely be pretty busy, but sure. Alright, good night for real now. Get home safe. Good night.
With one last wave goodbye, I rush to catch the train home. I belly flop onto my bed and rest my eyes for a few moments before I go to shower. The evening replays in my brain, the smile comes forth as I recall my time with Romy. There is possible that I may have fallen for her. You did, come on! We know you did! Even though this was just our second meeting. Am I jumping too quickly to conclusions? I can't tell. The angel on my shoulder is telling me it's love at first sight, but the devil is saying that I'm only feeling this way due to my lack of being in a relationship causing this head over heels ordeal. I bury my face in the pillow to brush the two imaginary beings away. These confusing feelings are making me go crazy over someone I just met. How is that even possible?
Hey, we just met you.
We just met you? Whatever. Do I really miss liking someone that much that I completely smitten with someone that might not even see me in the same way? Dude, I mean, she clearly does. I turn my head to the right and stare at the black headboard of my bed. Maybe if a void can clear my thoughts a bit. Seeing how things are right now, with the ambiguity of her feelings versus mine, I should most likely just keep it at the back of my head and let it play out by itself. I'd rather not ruin something nice. Right. My phone vibrates in my jacket pocket and I check who sent me a message.
Speak of the devil.
Thanks again for tonight. Hope I can see you again, and not in a through the window kind of way.
I recall the moment that she asked if she could see me again. At the time, I thought it was really strange, but now I understand. My head flumps on the pillow to muffle the sounds of my distress.
I'm such an idiot! A little misunderstanding on your part, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's end the episode here for.
We'll continue tomorrow. We'll see where this is all going tomorrow. This is so nice. I'm just enjoying this a lot. I don't know, man. Team ANPIM strikes again with a banger. Anyway, let's end the video. Okay, my spiritual link in the description, of course. Consider liking, subscribing, all the good stuff. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow in the continuation because this is a lovely story. Have a good day! Bye-bye!